Now started with an example in the last class. That is, I gave you a function x square plus y square, and I took x square common. And if you see, I have expressed this as 1 plus y square by x square, which can now be written as 1 plus y by x whole square, right? So
Yes, sir.
if you see, this has been expressed as x to the power of n here is 2, into some function of y by x, right? So x to the power of n phi y by x.
Yes, sir.
So therefore, we say that this is a homogeneous function. Now, what is the homogeneous function? Something new that I'm going to add here is homogeneous function has a certain degree. Okay, we say, you see this power of x here. What is the power of x here? N, isn't it? This n here in this
Yes,
example
sir.
that I gave you, here n is 2. So we say fxy is a homogeneous function of degree 2. Okay, this is a homogeneous function of degree 2.
Okay, sir.
Similarly, you can also express this function as y square times 1 plus x square by y square, which is y square 1 plus x by y whole square, right? Which is of the form y to the power of n into some function of x by y. And if you see, what is the power of y here? 2. So therefore, if you want to express this in this form also, okay, so either you express it in this form or you express it in this form. That is either x to the power of n into some function of y by x, or y to the power of n into some function of x by y. In both the cases, you will find that the degree of the homogeneous function is 2. Both the cases, in whichever way you write. Of degree 2. Okay, let us take another example. Example number 2. Let us consider gxy, another function, as let's say the function is x cube minus 4xy square plus 5x square y. Okay, this function. Now I want to check whether this function is homogeneous. So what I do is, what do you see the highest power of x here? You see that the highest power of x here is 3, right? So
Yes,
what I do here is, I take the
yes,
highest
sir.
power of x common, x cube I take common. If I take x cube common, what am I left with? 1 minus 4xy square divided by x cube plus 5x square y divided by x cube, right? This is what I'm left with. Therefore, I can now write
Yes,
this
sir.
as 1 minus, see that 1x cancels here, right? And another, this x squared cancels here. So what are you getting? You're getting 4 times y square by x square plus 5y by x, right? This is what you're getting. So what you see here is that you're
Yes,
getting
sir.
x cube into 1 minus 4 times y by x whole square plus 5 times y by x. So what are you seeing? This entire thing here within the curly brackets, this entire thing is a function of y by x. So you're getting x cube times into some function of y by x, right?
Y by.
Therefore, what do I say? I say gxy is a homogeneous function, is a homogeneous function of degree what? Can you tell me what degree? Yes, Amir, can you tell me what degree?
Sir, sir, cube.
3.
Sir,
Degree is 3
one.
because the
Sorry, one,
power.
sir.
Why 1?
Yes,
What is the power of x here? 3.
sir, three.
So it is a homogeneous function of degree 3. Okay. So another example I want to give you is, let us suppose I take consider this function. consider hxy is equal to x to the power of 4 minus 2xy square plus 3x square y, this function. Okay, I want to check whether this function is homogeneous. Okay, so what I do is, you see what is the highest power of x here? It is 4. So I take x to the power of 4 common. If I take x to the power of 4 common, what am I left with? 1 minus 2xy square divided by uh, let's say I take this as x square y square. Okay, and I take this as y to the power of 4, say. Okay, I take this as y to the power of 4. Consider this function x to the power of 4 minus 2x square y square plus y to the power of 4. Now you see that the highest power of x here is 4. So I take x to the power of 4 out. So if I take x to the power of 4 out, I'm left with 1 minus 2x square y square divided by x to the power of 4 plus y to the power of 4 by x to the power of 4. Okay. So I have x to the power of 4 into 1 minus, now see x square will cancel here, left with 2. So I get 1 minus twice y square by x square plus y to the power of 4 by x to the power of 4, right? So which can, now I can write this as a function in y by x. How? X to the power of 4, I can write this as 1 minus twice y by x whole square plus y by x whole to the power of 4. So what you see here is that we have written the given function hxy as x to the power of 4 into some function of y by x, isn't it? So therefore, since the power of x here is 4, therefore we say that hxy is a homogeneous function of degree what? Tell me, Ahmed, degree? Since the power of x is 4, we say that it is a homogeneous function of degree 4. Understand? So what I mean is, Govinda, you have joined just now. You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So whenever we are testing for a homogeneous function, okay, we have to check whether we can express the function in the form x to the power of n y by x. This n here is called the degree of the homogeneous function. So in this case, see, the power here was 2 for fxy. So therefore we say it is a homogeneous function of degree 2. Similarly, in this case, in the second example, see that the power of x here is 3. The power of x here is 3. That is why we say that it is a homogeneous function of degree 3. Here, the power of x here is 4. Here, at the last, you'll see at the last. The power of x here is 4. Therefore, we say this is a homogeneous function of degree 4. Clear with this? Now, once you know the definition of homogeneous function, we come to a definition of homogeneous differential equations. Homogeneous differential equations. Okay. Now, what is a homogeneous differential
Yes, sir.
equation? A differential equation which is of the form, a differential equation which is of the form dy dx is equal to fxy by gxy, where fxy and gxy are both homogeneous functions of the same degree. Okay, so any differential equation which can be expressed in this form, dy dx is equal to fxy by gxy, where fxy is a homogeneous function of a certain degree and gxy must also be a homogeneous function of the same degree as fxy. That means that degree of fxy and degree of gxy must be equal for us to solve this. Okay, so we will take an example of a differential equation. We'll start with a very simple example to start with. Um, Problem solve. Now they will not specify whether this is a homogeneous or whatever differential equation or variable separable. You will have to figure out which technique to use. Okay, so I will tell you a technique of determining whether it is variable separable or whether it is a homogeneous differential equation. Now see here. Now what you see here is you have x minus y is equal to x minus y into dy dx is equal to x plus 3y. Okay, so we have, first we find out dy dx. We have x minus y into dy dx is equal to x plus 3y. So you first find out dy dx. Therefore, you can find out dy dx from here to be x plus 3y divided by x minus y. Right? Now what you see here is that, see, if I take x common here, let us do it separately. Let us say this is equal to fxy by gxy, suppose. Okay, fine. Where fxy is equal to x plus 3y and gxy is equal to x minus y. So start with the first one. We have fxy. We want to check whether fxy is a homogeneous function. So what you do here is, what do you see? The highest power of x here is x, is 1, right? The highest power of x here is 1. So we take x common. So what are we left with? 1 plus 3y by x, right? So that means x, I can write this as x into 1 plus thrice y by x. That means fxy has been expressed in the form x to the power of 1 into some function of y by x. That means what is the degree of fxy? Therefore, fxy is definitely a homogeneous function, right? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It is a homogeneous function
Yes, sir.
of degree 1, right? Similarly, now we check for gxy. Similarly, gxy is what? Gxy is x minus y. The highest power of x in x minus y is 1. So we take x to the power of 1 common. So what are we left with?
1.
1 minus y by x. Right?
1 minus
So
y
what
by
you
x.
see is that this has been expressed as x to the power of 1 some into some function of y by x. Therefore, we say that gxy is a homogeneous function of degree
Degree
1. Of degree 1, right? Therefore, what can we say about dy dx? Therefore, dy dx is equal to x plus the given differential equation, x plus 3y divided by x minus y. If you see the degrees of both fxy here is, what is the degree of fxy? 1. And if you see what is the degree of gxy, it is 1. So I said for this differential equation to be a homogeneous differential
Yes,
equation,
sir.
this numerator must have the same degree and the denominator must also have the same degree, right? So if you see both these,
Yes.
x plus 3y and x minus y, both are homogeneous functions of degree 1. That means their degree are equal. That means what can I say? Dy dx is equal to x plus 3y by x minus y is a homogeneous differential equation, right? Understood? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now we come to the technique of
Sir.
solving.
Yes, sir.
When you have finished checking whether this is a homogeneous differential equation, now remember that the technique of solving this differential equation is, we always put, whenever you find out it is a different homogeneous differential equation, you must always put y is equal to vx. Okay, where v is a function of x. Okay, you put y is equal to vx. Now v is not a constant, v is a function. Understood? So that means now if you differentiate, we get dy dx is equal to, now if you differentiate v into x by u into v rule, what do you get? V plus x dv dx. Am I right? Right? We'll get this or not? Yes? I can't hear you. Amir, something is definitely wrong with your microphone.
Sir, we will get it.
Okay. So
Yes, sir. I can hear his voice.
okay. So now what you do is you put this y is equal to vx and the value of dy dx in this differential equation. Therefore, what do we get? Instead of dy dx, you write this as v plus x dv dx. Okay, is equal to x plus, now you have put y is equal to vx, so you put, instead of y you put vx divided by x minus vx. Clear? And that means now we get v plus x dv dx is equal to x plus 3vx divided by x minus vx. That means v plus x dv dx is equal to, now if you take x common from the numerator and denominator, you get 1 plus 3v, and here you get x into 1 minus v, so that your x and x will cancel here, right? So what are you
Yes,
left
sir.
with? You are left with v plus x dv dx is equal to 1 plus 3v by 1 minus v. Now can you separate the variables? Now it can be, the variables x and v can be separated. You can take v with dv and you can take x with dx, right? So what you do here is you say x dv dx is equal to 1 plus 3v by 1 minus v minus v. Okay, so that means what you get here is x dv dx is equal to, now if you take the LCM, 1 minus v will be the LCM here, and you're left with 1 plus 3v minus v into 1 minus v, right? This is what you are left with. That means now you get x dv dx is equal to, if you simplify this, 1 plus 3v minus v plus v square divided by 1 minus v, right? So you get x dv dx is equal to, now you get 1 plus 2v plus v square, isn't it? Divided by 1 minus v. Yes, will you get this or not?
Yes, sir.
That means x dv dx. Now 1 plus v plus 2v plus v square is simply 1 plus v whole square, right? Divided by 1 minus v, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so now we shall proceed
Yes,
to
sir.
solve this, to separate the variables and solve this. Just give me a minute here. Just let me check once more. Okay, so now what you do here is you can write this as, if you want to take dv with v, what you do is you write this as 1 minus v by 1 plus v whole square dv is equal to dx by x. Just check now whether we can write this. Just check. Check and tell me whether this you have understood this step.
We can write this, sir.
Okay, no problem. Now we integrate both sides. Means integral 1 minus v by 1 plus v whole square dv is equal to integral dx by x. Now we shall integrate. Now how do I integrate 1 minus v by 1 plus v square? What you do is you first take, because you have 1 plus v in the denominator, you take 1 plus v in the numerator also. And because you have added a v, you have what? Minus v in the numerator, right? So for this you subtract minus 2v divided by 1 plus v whole square, right? dv is equal to, let's write this as, what is integral dx by x? Integral dx by x is log x plus c. That means now if we separate, what do I get? Integral 1 minus 2v by 1 plus v whole square dv is equal to log x plus c, right? That means now if you separate the integral, you get integral dv minus integral 2v dv divided by 1 plus v whole square is equal to log x plus c. Okay, so integral dv is simply v minus. Now how do you integrate this one? How do you integrate this one? Any idea?
No, sir.
You see what is the difference between the, you have a power of v in the numerator as 1 and the power of v in the denominator is 2. So in this case, what do? We try to express the numerator as the derivative of the denominator. If you differentiate the denominator, what will you get? You will get twice of 1 plus v, right? So you write this as twice 1
Yes, sir.
plus v. But what do we have in the numerator? We have only 2v, right? So we subtracted 2 from here. 1 plus v square dv is equal to log x plus c. Okay, so you have v minus, now again if you separate this, you will get twice 1 plus v by 1 plus v square dv minus 2 by, sorry, this is 1 plus v whole square. So this is also 1 plus v whole square, and this is minus twice of 1 plus v whole square, right? Yes, are you following this?
Yes, sir.
Is equal to log x plus c.
Hello.
Now you put v minus, you separate the integral, twice 1 plus v by 1 plus v whole square dv minus twice integral dv by 1 plus v whole square, right? Is equal to log x plus c. That means what do you get here? V minus, see, this is what? This is the derivative of the denominator, right? So integral f dash x by fx. Remember, what is integral f dash x by fx? It is log fx, isn't it? So write this as v minus log 1 plus v whole square minus, and what is the integration of dv by 1 plus v whole square? It is, you can write this as integral 1 plus v to the power of minus 2 dv is equal to log x plus c, right? So you get v minus log, you can write 1 twice 1 plus v whole square as twice log 1 plus v. Twice log 1 plus v minus, now you can write this as twice 1 plus v integral 1 plus v to the power of minus 2 is what? N, x to the power of n plus 1 by n plus 1, isn't it? Divided by a derivative of 1 plus v, which is 1, which is equal to log x plus c. So that means we have v minus twice log 1 plus v. See, this minus and minus combined to become a plus 2, and 1 plus v to the power of minus 1 can be written as 1 plus v is equal to log x plus c. Now put the value of v. Now if v is equal, what have we taken? Y is equal to vx, right? We had taken y is equal to vx. That means what is v here?
Yes, sir.
V must be equal to y by x, right? So we put it here.
Yes, sir.
So y by x minus twice log 1 plus
1
y
plus
by x
y by x.
plus twice of 1 plus y by x is equal to log x plus c. Now just simplify this a little. You get y by x minus twice log 1 plus y by x plus, if you take the LCM, you get 2x by x plus y here, right? Is equal to log x plus c. Now what can you do? You can write this as y by x minus twice into log 1 plus y minus log x, isn't it? Plus 2x by x plus y is equal to log x plus c. That means, what do you get? Y by x minus twice log 1 plus y minus twice log x plus 2x by x plus y is equal to log x plus c. That means you get y by x. Now you can take this minus 2 log x on this side. So you get 3 log x. Or you can take it on this side only. No problem. This side will be better. You can write this as minus twice log 1 plus y minus 3 log x plus 2x by 1 plus y is equal to c, right? That means now you can write this as y by x minus
Yes, sir.
log 1 plus y whole square minus log x cube plus 2x by x plus y is equal to c. That means now you can write this as y by x minus log, see, if you put a bracket here, this will change to a plus sign here, right? So you can change this to plus 1 plus y whole square divided by x cube plus 2x by x plus y is equal to c, where c is an arbitrary constant. Clear how to solve this equation?
Yes, sir.
Always whenever you see it is a different, it is a homogeneous differential equation, always put y is equal to vx. Okay, always. Okay, so let us take one last homogeneous differential equation, and then you can go through the solved problems on this one. So the problem that I want to take up here will be this, the one with boundary conditions given problem. Solve um, solve x squared dy plus y into x plus y dx is equal to 0. Given that y is equal to 1 when x is equal to 1. Now, when are the boundary conditions given? This is called boundary condition, right? Isn't it? Tell me, when are the boundary conditions given to you? Why do they give the boundary conditions? Tell me.
Uh,
So that you can find a particular solution. Isn't it?
yes, sir.
Because whatever differential
Yes,
equation
sir.
we solve for the general solution. The boundary conditions such as these are given so that you can find out the particular solution. Okay. But before finding out the particular solution, we must find out the general solution, right? So now see, first we shall find dy dx here. So we can write this as x squared dy dx, dividing both sides by dx, plus y into x plus y is equal to 0. Now we shall find out dy dx. Therefore, dy dx must be equal to minus y into x plus y divided by x square. Fine. Now see, I'll give you a shortcut here. Okay. See, in the last problem, what did we do? In the last problem, what we did here was that we took fxy separately as the numerator. We took gxy separately as the denominator. Then we checked whether each of them were homogeneous, right? Isn't it? Each of them we checked. We checked for gxy
Yes, sir.
Yes,
and we
sir.
checked for fxy. Now there is a shortcut way to check whether there is the given differential equation is homogeneous. See here, you can write dy dx as minus xy minus y square divided by x square, isn't it? Now see, what is the power
Yes, sir.
of x here? 1. What is the power of y here? 1. If you add up the powers, what is the power that you get? 2, right? What is the power of y
Yes,
here?
sir.
The power of y here is
2.
2. That means the numerator contains terms the power of whose variables add up to what? Add up to 2, right? In both the cases. Also, in the
Sir,
denominator, you
but it is different variable, x variable and y
doesn't
variable.
matter. We
How
are only
their
concerned
power
with the
can be
powers
added?
of the variables. We are only concerned with the power
Okay.
of the variables because we only need the degree of the polynomial. You remember degree of the polynomial I told you?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by degree of a
Yes, sir.
polynomial? This polynomial is a
Yes, sir.
polynomial in x and y of degree 2, right? So minus xy minus y square is a polynomial in x and y, is a polynomial in x and y of degree 2, right? Also, x square in the denominator is a
Yes,
polynomial of degree 2, isn't it? X square is a polynomial in
yes, sir.
x of degree 2. So what do you see? That both the polynomials in the numerator and in the denominator both are of degree 2, right? Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, it
Yes,
must
sir.
be a homogeneous differential equation. Therefore, dy dx is equal to minus y into x plus y divided by x square is a homogeneous differential equation. Clear with this? How to check in shortcut?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
If you have doubts, then you can do it in this way. Check for this one, the way I have done here: x to the x into phi y by x and x into psi y by x. Okay, if you have doubts, you can do it this way. But this is a small shortcut that I give you to check whether a given differential equation is homogeneous. Clear? You check the
Yes, sir.
degree. You check the degree of the polynomial in the numerator, and you check the degree of the polynomial in the denominator. If they both are equal degrees, then you say it is the homogeneous differential equation. Okay, now how to solve? You put y is equal to vx. So that means you get dy dx is equal to v plus x dv dx. So now put it in the equation. Also v is equal to y by x, right? Which we shall put at last. So therefore, instead of dy dx, you put v plus x dv dx is equal to minus y is vx, x plus vx, right? Divided by x square. So now if you take x common, you get minus vx square into 1 plus v, right? Divided by x square. So now see here, x square and x square, they cancel. So what are you left with ultimately?
Yeah.
You are left with v plus x dv dx is equal to minus v into 1 plus v, isn't it? Only, right?
Yes, sir.
Now this is can we separate the variables now? Now it looks like we can separate the variables. So you can separate the variables here. Take take all v with dv and take all x with dx. So first write this as minus v plus v square. So you get this as um, if you take v on the other side, you get x dv dx is equal to minus v plus v square minus v. Clear? So you get
Yes, sir.
x dv dx is equal to v square minus 2v, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you can write this as dv by v square minus v 2v, isn't it? And you can write the dx by x. Now integrate both sides. Integral dv by v square minus 2v is equal to integral dx by x plus a constant of integration. Okay, now what you do, how to integrate this one? You see v square minus 2v, a square minus 2ab is there. What is missing? Only b square term is missing, right? So we give a b square term, v square minus 2v plus 1 minus 1, right? You can write it in this way.
Yes, sir.
It's equal to integral dx by x plus c. That means now this is integral dv by v square minus 2v plus 1 is v minus 1 whole square minus 1. Let's write this as 1 square is equal to integral dx by x. Let's write it as log x. Integral dx by x, we know it as log x plus c, right? Now how to integrate this? How to integrate this? You put v as u as v minus 1. You can write this as u square minus 1 square. Du by u square minus 1 square is equal to log x plus c, where so method of substitution. Do you remember method of substitution?
Yes, sir.
Implies du is equal to dv, isn't it? That is what we have put here. Now what is du by u square minus 1 square? You can write this as du by u plus 1 into u minus 1 is equal to log x plus c, right? Now do you know what to do after this? We are going to split this into partial fractions. Remember partial fractions? You can write this as half of u minus 1 u plus 1 minus u minus 1 divided by u plus 1 into u minus 1 du is equal to log x plus c, right? Yes, tell me whether you are following this or not.
Following.
Now you can take half out. Now you separate u plus 1 divided by u plus 1 into u minus 1 minus u minus 1 by u plus 1 into u minus 1 du is equal to log x plus c. That means what will happen here? U plus 1 will cancel. So you simply get half of integral du by u minus 1 minus integral. Now here what will cancel? U minus 1 will cancel. So you get du by u plus 1 is equal to log x plus c. Now what is integral du by u minus 1? It is log u minus 1, right? So half log u minus 1 minus log u plus 1 is equal to log x plus c. Now you can cross multiply to get log u minus 1 minus log u plus 1 is equal to twice log x plus 2c. Now what can you write? You can write this as log u minus 1 by u plus 1 is equal to, you can write this as log x square, and you can write this as c1, right? Now you see all are logs, right? So what you do here is you take the constant also as log c. Understood? You take the constant also as log of say c2. Okay, c1 is equal to say log c2. Why did we take log c2? C1, this will now be clear. Because once you take the constant also as a log, you will see that you can write this as c2x square, right? Now you can write this as u minus 1 by u plus 1 is equal to c2x square, right? Now you put the value of u. What was the value of u? We had taken u as how much? V minus 1 we had taken. So v minus 1 by v minus 1 plus 1 is equal to c2x square. That means v minus 2 divided by v is equal to c2x square. Now put v is equal to y by x. We had taken y is equal to vx. So now put v is equal to y by x. Y by x minus 2 divided by y by x is equal to c2x square. Okay, so now you take the LCM, you get y minus 2x by y is equal to c2x squared. So what is the general solution? Y minus 2x is equal to c2x square y, where c2 is an arbitrary constant. Clear with this? There's a boundary condition also given. Okay.
Okay, sir.